Welcome to day one of our Amazon Profit Roadmap, where we're going to do our best to outline your path toward a full-time income. You might just be at the starting line. You might have been selling on Amazon for a little bit or even a few years, but we want to make sure we're all on the same page about where we are going and the steps you can do to set yourself up for success. I do want to make sure everyone is aware we have this cool little workbook. In fact, if you go to fulltimefba.com/workbook, you can download this workbook, take notes as we go along. There's a lot of good information in this workbook. Plenty of spaces for you to doodle if that's what you do. I do that all the time. And also make sure that you write down your key next steps, because obviously this information is very valuable, but the most valuable thing that you can do is to take action on the information that we're going to be talking about today. Rebecca, why don't you tell everyone how things are going to go down with questions and our timing for today?
Yep. So the way we normally do it, Stephen will be doing the teaching presentation part, giving us the roadmap. And I am going to be turning my camera off in just a second, and I will still be here in the chat, and I'll be keeping an eye on the chat and the Q&A box, and we'll be compiling all of the questions as they're coming in. Generally, we like to save the question time for the end of his teaching, and I'll only interrupt him to ask a question that y'all have if it really is necessary to clarify where we're going. Otherwise, I'll keep all of those questions organized and we'll ask them all at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off my camera. I'm still here. Keep the chat active, ask questions, help each other answer questions if you know. And yeah, we're really looking forward to getting into this session.
Yeah, we definitely are. And when you consider just the whole picture of a roadmap, like like right now we are so spoiled with having GPS on our phones telling us where to go. Like I grew up where my parents had to unfold this multi-folded huge map to even kind of figure out where they were going. And even with that, it was really kind of hard. Like I'm not sure what the street is that I turn on. But with it, when it comes to making a full-time income on Amazon, a lot of us, maybe you are still back in trying to figure out where you're going to go with your Amazon business, but you're still using this huge, old, outdated map that probably even changed from when it was printed. And we want it to fast forward to today. And so today we want to kind of give you the GPS coordinates, step by step process of how to get towards making a full-time income on Amazon. And like we said before, the we're going to give you a ton of information, but the information is not going to be worth anything unless you take action on it. So we're going to walk through some different action steps. We're going to walk through this workbook. Again, the link, fulltimefba.com/workbook, few pages, does not take up much printer ink. And we're going to walk through the steps. But we want to all make sure we're starting at the right place. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen, and Rebecca will tell me if she can see the screen. Are you able to see the screen?
Yep, looks good.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So we got our Amazon profit roadmap, and just kind of let you know, like, who in the world am I? Why should you even trust me? My name is Steven Smotherman. I've been an Amazon seller since 2011, but before that, before back in 2010 or so, this was a picture of me and my four kids. I was recently divorced. I was out of a job, trying to find ways to make ends meet, be able to, you know, have the kids stay at home and not have to go to daycare and still just be able to work from home. And I thought, hey, I sold on eBay. Maybe I can make a full-time income from eBay. But that was really hard because I had all this inventory in my house and in my garage and under my bed and in the shower. The water was not on, don't worry. But there's inventory everywhere. And it wasn't until 2011 when I discovered Fulfillment by Amazon, where you can send your inventory to Amazon and Amazon stores it. And when the customer buys it, Amazon ships it. So I'm outsourcing a ton of aspects to Amazon, and it really freed up a lot of more time to just focus on sourcing inventory. In fact, that's the topic we're going to be talking about today. Consistent sources of inventory, how you can find those, and how you can start building up the sales momentum and snowball to be able to make a full-time income. So my first year was pretty awesome. In fact, I started in November of 2011, right around this date, actually. And by 2012, Q4 of 2012, I was able to be awarded by Amazon as a top holiday seller. And I was like, man, the possibilities of selling on Amazon are amazing. And I'm loving it. They don't give this award away anymore, but I'm really thankful that I got it because it really helped me. But by 2013, Rebecca and I got married. She became an incredible stepmom. As you can see, my kids got a little bit bigger. And we started Full-Time FBA, fulltimefba.com, helping people turn part-time hours into a full-time income. Because that's exactly what we did and exactly what we teach our coaching students and Momentum FBA clients, the strategies that they need to focus on to make a full-time income selling on Amazon. In 2019, we launched the Full-Time FBA Show podcast. In fact, that might be why you're here. You heard about us on our podcast. Um, but this is something that has really been a joy for us to be able to help so many people work from home, either as a side hustle or even as a full-time income, and be able to just have the kind of life that they've always dreamed of. Here's the a picture I just updated of me and my kids. They're now all grown. My youngest is like the tallest of all my kids. Isn't it weird how that works out? The oldest is usually the shortest, and the youngest is tall. Usually. Anyway, but I'm really thankful for the life that Amazon and selling on Amazon brought. Um, and it could be the same way for you if you put in the hard work, but you want to make sure you're working from a November 2025 downloaded GPS system and not a folded out map from the early 90s or the 80s or anything like that. So when it comes to selling on Amazon, I know I am living the dream. I'm able to be my own boss. I'm able to escape the 9 to 5. Like, I don't know if I could really go back to a normal 9 to 5 job again because of the freedom. Like, I'm able to meet up with friends. I'm able to travel. I'm able to do stuff. A lot of that because I've outsourced a lot of the aspects of my Amazon business to Amazon. They're fulfilling my orders. And so when I am working on my Amazon business, I'm just able to focus on finding inventory. Then I send it off to Amazon. And the growth potential really is unlimited when it comes to Amazon. And so my question for you is to imagine what the possibilities are for you being able to work a job from home that does not have a set timetable where you have to be where you are, where you have to live where you're currently living, but you can live almost anywhere. In fact, the very first thing on your workbook, it says, my dream is, I want you to fill in that answer. What is your dream? What is your dream when it comes to making money on Amazon? Maybe it's my dream is to pay off my debt, or my dream is to uh, get a new car. My dream is to help my aging parents, because that's what we're dealing with right now, aging parents, and that costs money. We also like our youngest is a special needs kids. He has autism, and we know that he is going to be staying with us for the rest of our life. And so we know we want to be able to provide for him. And so, like, what is your dream? In fact, I'd love if you put in the chat what your dream is, whether it's to travel more, or to be able to pay off something that's really awesome, or to be able to move, or whatever. What is your dream? I would love to see that in the chat because selling on Amazon really brought this to us. Because of selling on Amazon, we've been able to pay off our mortgage. So we no longer have a mortgage payment. We were able to pay off vehicles and we were able to travel. If you see right behind me, there's baseball stuff everywhere. My wife and I both really enjoy baseball, and it's one of our goals to go to as many Major League Baseball parks as possible. And so a couple years ago, we went to Fenway Park in Boston. The year before that, we went to Coors Field in Colorado. We've been to Kauffman Stadium in San Diego. It's not San Diego, in Kansas City. And so, anyway, like that's just kind of what we're doing. But what are your dreams? What are the things that you would love? In fact, Rebecca, if you could let me know, read off in the chat what some of the dreams that you are seeing others put in the chat, because I'd love to hear those.
So I personally put that my dream is for us to be able to support our adult son and be ready for retirement, and we're on track with that. We are working on that every day. We've got pay off debt, travel more, spend more time with family. That was from one person. I'm not going to say your names so that like you're not like I'm respecting your privacy for the replay.
Yeah.
Um, we've got freedom, bring my wife home from work when she's ready, pay off the mortgage. I think I got all of them. Yeah, those are all really great. I love hearing this. It's always inspiring to hear what people are working towards, and all of those are really doable.
Yeah, absolutely. If you put in the hard work and we want to show you the right way to do that, these things are definitely possible. And it's also really cool because like in the world that we live in, seeing so many businesses that have been around for many years going out of business, Amazon has done nothing but grow. Like Amazon's net revenue year over year, it just continues to grow every single year. And guess what? We're in the middle of Q4 right now, quarter four, October, November, and December. The net revenue and Q4 is amazing. Like it continually outperforms year after year, and there is no sign of slowing down at all. So like Amazon has spoiled us. We expect everything within 2 days or less. I just love that we live in a world today that I can order something on Amazon in the morning and it could be at my doorstep in most cases by the afternoon. I mean, that's unreal. And and a lot of times that shipping is free because I'm a Prime member. And so Amazon is just it's spoiled us. Most people go to Amazon first when they are trying to buy something. They don't go to Google and search for Amazon or gift ideas. They actually go to Amazon and type in the Amazon search bar, gift ideas for a 10-year-old boy or anniversary gift for 10th anniversary, and get ideas that way. Amazon has eclipsed Google as the number one gift or item purchasing starting point many years ago and just continues to grow. And third party sellers. So, first party is Amazon selling on Amazon. Third party is people like you and me selling on Amazon. Third party sellers make up over 60% of all sales on Amazon. And so it just shows you that the opportunity for third party sellers like you and me just continues to grow and success is possible. Now, obviously, the more people who are doing third party sellers, that's more competition for you. But that's one of the things that we focus on and teach you, especially in our Momentum FBA program, about how to outperform your competition, how to like get more time in the buy box. The buy box is that little corner in the top part of that's like the real estate in the top corner of an Amazon product page where you actually click to buy the item. And over 80% of sales come from that area. So one of the things that we teach in Momentum FBA is how to increase your chances of getting more time in the buy box. It's really, really, really good. So there's different strategies when it comes to third-party sellers. Some people are like, what about drop shipping? I don't have to buy inventory. I can just, sell it on Amazon, and when someone buys it from me, merchant fulfilled, I'll just ship it out. No, no, that's not good at all because you're trusting that the place that you're wanting to purchase it from actually has it in stock. You're trusting that the person you are purchasing a drop shipped item from, it's actually the exact same item and it's not counterfeit. There's a lot of ways things could go wrong. Drop shipping is not good. Well, private label, just I can make an item, put my own label on it. That means no competition. Yeah, it means no competition, but it probably also means no buyers. We teach you how to find inventory items that are already popular, already selling well. The sales are predictable, the pricing is predictable, so that you can just join that party and sell your items alongside other sellers, other third-party sellers, and you all get to share in getting the sales. So what is the best way to do it? It's not drop shipping, it's not private label, it is arbitrage. Arbitrage via FBA. FBA fulfilled by Amazon. So you're outsourcing again the shipping to your customer. You're outsourcing that huge time aspect and be able to focus more on being able to really get inventory that sells. So when it comes to arbitrage, it's basically you're buying it on one place at a lower price and you're selling it on Amazon at a higher price, at a profit. That's the simple definition of arbitrage. And so there's different types of arbitrage, retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, wholesale. But look, it's just like this. If I go to the Disney store and I buy this item for $13.49, but I see, oh, I can sell it on Amazon for 27.46. There's a really great opportunities. In fact, going to Lowe's and getting this drill for $24 and selling it on Amazon for 76.99, or some makeup. Yes, I will buy makeup if I can make money on it. Buy it for 44.25, sell it for 75.31. Groceries, that's a good item. Buy it for 7.99. Buy it for 7.99, sell it for 22.97. This one's my favorite. I bought this for $7.68, but it's out of stock on Amazon, so I get to pick my own price. And obviously, I'm not going to put like $100. No one's going to buy that. But another thing that we teach you in Momentum FBA is how to know how to price an item that has no competition. There are ways that you can go in and kind of see what it's been selling for in the past and some strategies to be able to know how to price it. So you can kind of pick your own price for those kind of items. Getting something from Walmart.com for about $30, selling it for 80. That's definitely things that happen during Q4, especially. And using coupon codes, $15.30 for some makeup remover, selling it on Amazon for over $33, and even clothing and shoes, buying stuff for $90, selling it for $180. The opportunities is really just out there, but the best number one strategy is replens. Replens is short for the word replenishable. So just like if you're thirsty, you drink water, you are replenishing the water to your system. If your hands are dry, or in my case, your elbows are getting kind of crusty, put in some lotion. It replenishes the moisture in your hands, in your elbows, whatever. And you are replenishing what has been spent or what is gone. And so on Amazon, the best items to buy are the items that you can continually restock on a consistent basis, where when it starts to go out of stock, you just go back to where you purchased it from and replenish that inventory. So I want to let you know of a little story of how I accidentally discovered replens. Like I said before, I started selling on Amazon in 2011. There's a picture of me and my kids from back in 2011. And at that time, I focused on garage sales, thrift stores, and retail clearance. But that was not scalable. I focused on the low-hanging fruit. That's the easiest stuff. And I realized it was not sustainable. I married Rebecca. Again, she became an awesome stepmom. We started full-time FBA together. And I realized in 2014 that this strategy of going to garage sales, thrift stores, clearance, it was not sustainable because I can never go back again and repurchase things that I have sold in the past and just replenish my inventory. I needed inventory that I could find again and again so that I can buy it again and again so I can sell it again and again. And that was replens. So in 2015, I accidentally discovered replens. How I did that was I was actually, guess what, in a clearance aisle. I was at a clearance aisle. I was looking for items. In fact, I actually still have this little guy right here. Mickey Mouse. This little Mickey Mouse, you squeeze its hand, it sings a song, and hot diggity dog. And I don't know if you have one of these. But I picked up this item. It did not have a clearance sticker on it. But if you can see on the screen, the clearance section that I was in had a column or a pole that support column for the store that they put a price checker on. And you can just, if you need a price for something, you can just put the little barcode, get the price check. So I was like, okay, um, this item didn't have a price sticker on it in the clearance section. And so I scanned it and I realized, okay, it's selling on Amazon for about $40, but it's priced at $15.97. And I'm like, wait a minute. This doesn't sound like a clearance price. And it wasn't. It's because the regular price of this Mickey Mouse was $15.97, but it was selling on Amazon for $40. So, and that meant I was going to make a really good profit. So I was like, I think I know what happened. I think probably some kid grabbed this Mickey Mouse toy from the regular price aisle and was playing with it in the cart, and the mom saw it and was like, "Wait a minute, where did you get that?" And the mom just kind of put it back on the clearance shelf, thinking it was clearance and not realizing it went. And so anyway, and so that's how I found it. But I decided I'm going to go back to the regular price aisle toy section, and I started going through, and I started to see, oh, they had about seven of these priced at $15.97, but selling on Amazon for over $40. So I grabbed them all and I sent them into Amazon, and they started to sell quickly. And I started realizing I can go back to the store because I know Walmart is going to replenish that item. In fact, if it's a regular priced item, most stores will replenish those items when they sell out at the stores. So I decided I'm going to go to as many Walmarts as possible and 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 try to load up on these. And I realized, okay, it's selling for $40 on Amazon right now, but during Q4 it goes up to $60 to $70. That's a replan on so many levels that I can sell year round. And so I found this in 2015, and I probably sold about, I don't know, 8 or 900 of these Mickey Mouses until it was not profitable anymore. The demand was no longer there. Or actually, more to be more specific, they came out with a new version of this toy with updated songs and a new box and things like that. But I was able to resell that for years. In fact, there was a time when my family and I were in the Dallas-Fort Worth area in North Texas. We're going to drive down to Houston, which is where my family lives, where I grew up, and I asked Rebecca, can we stop at this like Walmart that's like in the middle of nowhere along the way, see what they have? And she was kind enough to say yes. And so you can kind of see in this picture, I circled all of the Mickey Mouse um, items, and we also found some other items. I mean, so on top of all of the luggage, and my son's French horn, because of course he had to go play his French horn for his grandma. Um, were multiple Mickey Mouse. And so there's a picture of Drew, very happy. There's a picture of Rebecca in the passenger seat. Say, take the picture. We got to get back on the road. Um, and so when we got back home afterward, Drew helped me unload for all of the Mickey Mouses that I found on that Thanksgiving stop. And we also went to other Walmarts. We just continued to stock up on these. And I started realizing this is the answer. This is the answer. Finding items I know where they are. I know they will sell for more on Amazon, and I know I can go back once I start to sell out. This just opened up huge potential and really started to transform how I ran my Amazon business. So I stopped doing garage sales or thrift stores. And I only source clearance sections when I've got extra time to do so. But my main focus is finding items that I can sell over and over again. And I do this via retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, and wholesale. I'm able to find replens from all three of these strategies. And so I want to ask you, um, which sourcing method do you plan on using with searching for replens for the first time, or if you've already done it the next time? Put that in your workbook. Which sourcing method do you plan on using first or next to find your next replen. Whether it's retail arbitrage, they are out there. Online arbitrage, they're out there. And wholesale, yes, they are out there. Items that you can buy um, and continually reorder on a consistent basis to be able to make really good money on Amazon. And today, that's one of the main reasons why we're able to make a full-time income because we source replens with both retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, and wholesale. And it's something that's really helped us just continue to grow. And so if you're like, okay, what is a replen? Replens are awesome. You can find replens in almost any category, almost any type of size, weight, shape can be a replen. You can find it via retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, or wholesale. Almost anything can be a replen. Really, really anything. Now, I'm not saying everything is a replen, but anything could if you know what the right things to look for are. And that's one of the things that we go into in our Momentum FBA program. So why focus on replens? Um, I mean, there's a lot of the benefits. No more one-off items. Before I would buy one plushie um, Pluto and I'd make $5. I'd buy one box of Rice Krispie treats and I'd make $10. And I'd buy one pair of shoes and I'd make $20. But with replens, it might be possible for you just to go deeper on purchases and then buy multiple plushy Plutos. I mean, you have more items, more inventory to resell, multiple Rice Krispie treats, multiple shoes. So much easier profits made that way because you are able to find items you can continually restock. It gives you easier cash flow that's more predictable. I know right now in Momentum FBA, we are going through our budgeting breakthrough cash flow program, helping you with outlining how to best spend your money, how to best save your money, how to best reinvest your money. And it brings more stability, sourcing replens. And the cool thing, it's easy to outsource because like maybe you go to a Walmart and a Target and a Walgreens and you find some replens. Well, guess what? You can outsource to a teenager or a trusted friend. Um, like go to as many Walmarts in the area as you can, or as many Targets, or as many Walgreens, and just go buy these items. See if they're in stock, and if they're in stock, buy them. And boom, you have multiples in stock. Now you might want to be able to give them a limit, like, only buy this many, but it's just so much easier to outsource and helps set you up for more long-term success selling on Amazon. So where do you find these replens? Do you find them in a clearance aisle? No, because clearance aisles are for clearancing out the inventory. They're never going to restock those items that you find in a clearance aisle. Garage sales? No, you cannot go back to that same house and be like, hey, do you have any more of this one item that you sold? Thrift stores, same thing. There's no restocking at thrift stores. Estate sales? No, I'm sorry, they're not restocking. Sale items? Sale items can sometimes be replens if it's profitable at the sale price and profitable at the regular price, but usually sale items are not replenishable items. Liquidation lots. No, again, those are just lots of liquidation items that are priced really low to get rid of, and it's not something you can replen. So where can you find replens? There's two ways you can find replens. Number one, anywhere where items are being sold at regular price. It's sometimes hard for us to understand, but there are items that can be sold on Amazon for 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, or even more than they do at a retail store around your corner. You might be like, why would somebody spend $80 on this Mickey Mouse plush when they can go to their local Walmart and get it for $15.97? Many different reasons. Number one, they don't know it's available at Walmart at that price. Number two, they don't want to get out of their house and go to Walmart. Maybe they don't have a Walmart close to them. Maybe they are anti-Walmart. I know there's some people out there who are like, nope, I'm not going to Walmart no matter how much it saves me. And so there's a lot but most times it's because people don't know. that it can be found cheaper at a local Walmart or Walgreens or whatever store you go to. So if you're able to find an item that is selling for 4x, 10x, whatever, that you can buy at regular price, it's a good replay. And then the second way to find replens, wholesale accounts. I mean, you're able to set up a wholesale account. You're able to get access to their wholesale pricing. Well, that's probably going to be even cheaper than buying it at retail prices. And so you're able to sell those items and continually go back and restock on a regular basis. So the strategies again, retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, wholesale arbitrage is what I like to find replens. And then my next question for you, which is on the bottom of the day one notes, which stores or suppliers are you going to go to first to start looking for replens? I want you to list at least three. Don't put this in the chat. You don't need to worry about that. But just in your notes, what are the three stores or the three brands that you want to reach out to try to get a wholesale account? But write those store names down because part of your homework is going to be actually going to look for those items. And so, we've got some good training coming up for you in Momentum FBA, focused on replens and what to look for and things like that. But I want you to think through where are you going to go? It's all a great idea, but we need exactly where we're going to go. So why doesn't everyone focus on replens if they're so awesome? It's because it's work. Clearance aisles, you can find some items really quickly in a clearance aisle, but you're only getting one or two items. Replens, on the other hand, they bring consistent inventory. Garage sales give you like 500% ROI. That's awesome, but you're only getting one item. But replens bring consistent inventory. Low-hanging fruit feels good in the short term, but you're only getting leftover inventory in like a clearance aisle, and you're not able to restock, but replens provide consistent inventory. That is in fact, put this in your notes. Replens provide consistent inventory. I don't want you to forget that because don't you want consistent inventory to sell on Amazon? Replens is the strategy to get that done, to get that taken care of. Low-hanging fruit, it's like this tree here. You see this tree, it's called low-hanging fruit because it's really easy for people just walking by to take the fruit. And a lot of times people think low-hanging fruit looks like this. Oh, it's a tree that's got lots of fruit. But a lot of times it's really picked over. It's actually more like this. You're lucky if you even find one fruit on the low-hanging fruit part of the tree. But replens helps you get access to the entire tree of all that inventory on a consistent basis, and that's how you really focus on money. Replens require more patience, but the outcome is gold. Replens require a long-term mindset, but the time and effort is rewarded. And replens require hard work, but that hard work is not wasted. So you see this tree, it's full of fruit. We're going to make money off that fruit. It's now a money tree that can help build up your Amazon business. So the Amazon Profit Roadmap, I wanted to walk you through that so that you are aware of what is possible and what you're able to experience when it comes to selling on Amazon. And we want to help you make that a success. And so right now, our Momentum FBA program is open, and we have a special discount. The discount, we usually charge for Momentum FBA $59 a month, but right now for a very short time, there is a discount that goes down to $49 a month. And I'll walk you through soon what you get each month of the year. But if you decide that I'm gonna sign up for an annual membership. Our annual membership is usually $649. But our annual membership is on sale right now for $539. So here's what you get every month of the year. And then I'm going to share some of the bonuses that you also get access to. So every single month of the year, I'm going to break it down into 4 weeks. So the very first week of the month, every month, a brand new mini course gets dropped. It's a mini course focused on everything you need to know to gain a skill, to reach a goal. And so, like in the past, we had a retail arbitrage mini course. There was like a couple months ago, it was a how to 2x your sales mini course and how to 4x your Q4 sales. So every single month on week one, a mini course drops and you get access to that. In week two, we have a live coaching session where it is a co-working session slash Q&A. So we will do some co-working stuff where we work together, go through handouts, go through uh, PDFs and different kind of tools like that to grow your Amazon business together. And then there's open Q&A. Q&A focused on that mini course and the co-working session to kind of bring some clarity with that. So that's every week. Two is our live co-working slash Q&A session. Week three, we have our monthly focus. So the things you need to know that month of the year, what to focus on, what to be aware of, what to ignore, the things you need to know to take advantage of exactly what is going on. So like in for November, in week three of November, it's going to be all the things you need to know to maximize your Amazon business profits in the month of November 2025, because that's what we're on right now. Yeah, you can have access to October's monthly focus and September's, things like that. But you every third week, our monthly focus session drops. And then week four, we have what we call our momentum growth session. It is another live call where I walk you through the latest Amazon changes, rule changes, what's working right now. It's almost like a State of the Union address of what's working best with Amazon, ways you can improve things, ways you can pivot, and we walk through that so that you are able to take the right actions and not waste your time with the wrong actions. So that's every single month. Week one, mini course drop. Week two, co-working slash Q&A session. Week three, the monthly focus of what to be doing that month. Week four, the growth session, the like a State of the Union, all the latest updates with Amazon's rule changes or fee changes or different opportunities that are available to you. That happens every single month. And then every other month in Momentum FBA, we drop a sprint. Now, a sprint is basically you are emailed or have access to daily tasks to take during the sprint. So a couple months ago, we had a retail arbitrage 30-day sprint where for 30 days, we gave you the exact tasks to do. I've heard so many people think and ask me, I just wish I had the exact tasks to do. Most of the time with all this information, it's overwhelming. What's one task I can do today? And that's what we did in our retail arbitrage sprint. Day one, this is what you do. It's a task that might take 10 minutes, it might take 30 to 45 minutes, but it is a task that you can focus on, get done quickly, and move your business forward. And then day two, there's a new task that builds upon that first task. So there's that. Also, for November, we have a sprint that is going to be focused on cash flow, understanding your budget and the things that you need to do to maximize the money that you have, that you're getting dispersed, that you're investing into your Amazon business. And it's going to be a 7-day cash flow sprint. And so every other month, something like that. And then we have a month in between where you're able to kind of either catch up on previous sprints if you want to do that, or maybe you missed a few days and you want to catch up. Gives you some flexibility so you're not always like hammered to do something. We want to be gentle on you. We want you to grow your Amazon business at your own speed. But we also don't want to make sure you're being, we want to make sure that you're not being complacent, but you're actually moving things forward. And we want to give you those little tasks that are bite-sized and easily, is this a word? Follow throughable. Follow throughable. I make up words a lot. But this is an opportunity for you to get the kind of help you need to help you start making daily sales on Amazon. And if you're already making daily sales on Amazon, we can ramp it up a little bit to make multiple sales daily on Amazon. So again, fulltimefba.com/momentum is the link to sign up for it. Um, and the prices are going to be on sale for a very short amount of time. And there's also some bonuses that are going to help you when it comes to growing your Amazon business. We're going to get to some Q&A in just a moment, so stay tuned for that. But there's some bonuses that are going to be coming up. Um, so if you sign up, whether it's monthly or annual bonuses, you get a live budget training session. That's going to be coming up very soon. There's a budgeting breakthrough workbook. It includes assessments and formulas because November, we're all talking about cash flow and budget. Um, there's going to be an operating expenses tracker, a replens tracker. So you get access to that, but you also get access to our Q4 sourcing hotspots top 100 PDF. It is a PDF with multiple stores, and not just the stores, but the exact aisles and sections of things to be looking through. It's like because if you just walk into a Target, a super Target, it can be really overwhelming. Where do I even start? Well, guess what? That's one of the places that we talk about in our Q4 sourcing hotspots top 100 PDF. Target and the exact aisles and sections in Target that increase your chances of finding profitable inventory. So you get access to that if you sign up for Momentum FBA, the Q4 sourcing hotspots, top 100 PDF. And if you decide I want the annual membership, then you get an additional bonus of a 2-hour intensive training called Profit Check Intensive. Basically, I walk you through my mindset every time I source an item. What are the 5 things that I look at? I need 5 certain things to pass all 5 tests before I purchase it for inventory to sell on Amazon. I walk you through what those 5 are and my thought process with the whys. It's why it's a 2-hour intensive. We're talking about 5 things for 2 hours. It is intense. That's why we called it an intensive. So you get access to that if you sign up for the annual membership, the 2-hour profit check intensive, so that you're able to um, finally start getting some traction with your Amazon business, finally start being able to start seeing daily sales and be able to really grow your Amazon business on a consistent basis. Now, there's one bonus that we are actually going to edit out of the replay that is not open to just anyone, but only for those of you who are live on the call right now. If you go to our Momentum FBA program and you sign up for an annual membership, I will throw in a 30-minute one-on-one call with me where you set the time and the place. No, not the place. The place is Zoom. But you set up the time from a list of many times that are available, and you and I will get on a call for 30 minutes. We'll walk through your Amazon business. We'll find whatever roadblocks are stopping you from being successful. We'll try to find if there is anything it's like slowing your success down so that we can speed that back up, like bottlenecks that are causing you slow growth or no growth at all. So if you want to get that 30-minute one-on-one call with me, then you want to sign up for the annual membership of Momentum FBA. To do that, fulltimefba.com/annual. That will take you right to where you can sign up for the annual membership. And you can gain access to that and have that 30-minute call with me. You schedule the call when you're ready for it, and we will get on a call for 30 minutes and walk through the best things to help grow your specific Amazon business. I'm not going to give you generic stuff. I'm going to ask you, like, well, what kind of capital do you have to invest in your Amazon business? Where do you live? Do you live in a place close to a lot of retail stores? Or are you in the middle of nowhere and you want to do online? Well, we're going to talk through those kind of things so that you get training specific to your situation. So again, that link, fulltimefba.com/annual, a special bonus only for those who are here live on the call, a 30-minute coaching call with me, and we're going to have a good time doing that together. So those are the things that I want to make sure that you are aware of and know about when it comes to your the Momentum FBA. I'm also trying to find on my screen where I can stop sharing my screen because there we go. Okay. I've already stopped sharing my screen. Um, but those are the things that I want to make sure that you're aware about when it comes to Momentum FBA and how it can help you grow your Amazon business. Rebecca's going to come back on. We're going to answer some questions. She's also going to fill in a few gaps if I happen to, forget to share something that was very important with you. But whatever questions you have, put them in the chat, put them in the questions tab, and we will talk through that. And I'm going to take a quick drink of water because my throat's kind of dry now.
Yep, you've been talking for a while now. So we'll get into the questions. I was also going to say we just wrapped up a membership meet, like in the membership we had a our week two co-working implementation session this morning right before here, and some people came over directly from that session into this session. So if that is you and you have something that you would like to share about your experience in Momentum FBA or anything like that, if you could let us know in the chat, that would be great too, as an encouragement to other people who are on the fence. Should I sign up for this? Is it worth it or not? That would be awesome if you have any feedback on that. So questions that we've had coming in so far, you can keep those questions coming too. Um, Hi, Stephen. Do you and Rebecca just sell on Amazon? Can this model work on eBay or other seller platforms?
So we sell on Amazon. We like occasionally sell something on eBay, but that's only if we're not approved to sell it on Amazon or it's not profitable on Amazon. We are 99.9% repeating for eternity Amazon. Um, I feel like the idea of selling on other platforms can be um, tempting, but what happens in that case usually is like your focus is divided, and focus is what's going to help you be successful. And so that's why with Momentum FBA, we want to help you focus on FBA arbitrage with retail and online and wholesale to be able to grow your Amazon business. And once that's successful and you've been able to like outsource as much as possible to your business, maybe then it would be good to add another platform to sell, whether it's eBay or Poshmark or a whole bunch of other things. But most of the time, that's just a divided mindset, and that's not going to work out for most people.
At least not in the beginning. I know that if you're wanting to grow this to a full-time business, having multiple income streams is a really good idea, but you want to focus on mastering one platform before you start trying to really ramp up others. And it's totally possible to have multiple income streams on e-commerce platforms, but I would focus on one at first. And Amazon is hands down the easiest as far as outsourcing, and just so much of it is outsourced. eBay, it's harder. You become the bottleneck because you're having to do so much of the work yourself that is not being outsourced to the FBA warehouses and to the Amazon representatives.
Yeah, and even having to come up with a item description and pictures like Amazon, that's already there waiting for you, and so much more of a time saver that way.
Yeah. Okay, I haven't set up my seller account on Amazon yet because they asked me to upload my driver's license. Why do they ask for your driver's license?
Yeah, I mean, they just want to make sure that you are who you say you are. Um, Amazon is very careful about not letting potential counterfeiters come in, and usually counterfeiters don't want to give their actual information. It's not, Amazon is not asking for anything that is like very personal. They just want to make sure that you are who you say you are. They'll also, ask you for your address, and then every once in a while send a postcard to that address with a code on it that you have to go into Amazon and enter that code. It's just to protect the customers. Amazon is very customer centric and want to make sure that customers don't get cheated. So they just ask us sellers to go through a few checks to make sure that we're legit. And I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, it really does help with fraud, which hurts customers and it hurts other sellers as well.
Yeah.
Keeping the authenticity of sellers and just all of that above board on Amazon benefits sellers too, not just the customers that are getting protected from fraud, because when you help that customer trust, it helps us as sellers to get more sales.
Yep, absolutely.
How long, so a question about feedback. How long do you have to ask customers for feedback? I used to pay for a monthly subscription. Is there still one?
So I recommend asking for customer feedback for every single order that is placed. So there's like getting customer feedback on Amazon is probably one of the hardest things to do. And so if you're just trusting Amazon to ask for that seller feedback or for your customer to follow through and give you, eBay, most buyers are trained and know to go leave feedback. But Amazon, it's not like that. And so, yeah, there are tools. If you go to fultomefba.com/genius, it will take you to a tool that I use uh, to set up automatic emails that the tool is called Seller Labs Pro. In fact, if you use the coupon code GoProSMO, it will save you some money off of Seller Labs Pro. But they go in and to Amazon's API and they see, oh, this item that the customer purchased actually arrived, and they time their email asking for a feedback after it arrives. And you can tweak that email. There's a whole thing. In fact, in Momentum FBA recently, we went through a intensive on how to manually ask for customer feedback for sellers and walking through also how to do it automatically through that tool. So in Momentum FBA, it's there waiting for you. If you end up signing up today, or if you're already a member, it's there. It's under the restriction buster because
Yeah.
part of the restriction, because we have one of our mini courses called the restriction buster, how to get past is and increase your chances to get approved to sell more items on Amazon. And one of that is the better feedback score you have gets you approved to sell more brands. So I walked through how to get more feedbacks, seller feedbacks, both manually on your own, or if you want to do it automatically through a tool.
Yeah, I was going to say that too for those of you who are here who are in Momentum FBA, or if you're on the fence about getting in, that's in the restriction buster because it's about feedback, but it's such an important part of increasing your ability to get unrestricted is working on your feedback. And so we do highly recommend staying on top of that.
Yes.
Um, do you have a template for customer feedback? If you're not using the automatic type system, like what would a template like that look like, Stephen?
Yeah, then that's actually a part of I think a part of the restriction buster. I have a little PDF that has a little sample. Because the template is basically, um, hi, I thank you for your order. If you are happy with your order, I'd really appreciate feedback. To find your feedback, go here, 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 and here, and leave feedback. If you are not happy with your order, please reply to this message and let me know what's wrong to see if we can fix it. So it does two things. It points them in, if they're happy, towards positive feedback, because one of Amazon's rules is you cannot ask for positive feedback. You can ask for honest feedback. You can ask for feedback. But if I'm saying, if you're happy, go leave me feedback, it's almost assumed that it's going to be positive. But if you're not happy, reply to this so I can fix it. And then that way you can try to fix the problem, give them a refund, be super nice and even over the top generous in how you handle that so that you avoid negative feedback because it's that negative feedback will really hurt your Amazon business. So you want to avoid that as much as possible. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, that's all that template and all of these trainings on feedback are in the Momentum FBA membership. And I want to make sure that you really take action quickly as you're here live. Go right now to sign up to make sure that you get all of the bonuses that are available to you. Stephen does not like it when I mention the live bonuses apart from when he does his little short things so that he can't edit it out. I'm just going to make it so that you don't, it's just going to be hard for you to edit. Anyway, there's a live only bonus that you have to sign up during this session. So you have to go to the link right now in order to get that strategy call so that you can have that one-on-one individualized time with Stephen. That's a We normally sell that for $250. You could go to his Calendly page right now and check out on his calendar for a 30-minute call for $250. And we're giving that away as a bonus for new annual members if you sign up live at fulltimefba.com/annual. And you have to do that during the session, but you get that free call and all of the other bonuses. We just had such a good session for the budgeting breakthrough session that we just went through. We're doing that bonus session on November 20th where you can come live. I've got the workbook too. Let me show you. So I put together a workbook and there was no way I could go through all of this it's 5 or 6 pages of the workbook with all of these pages where you look through your budget, you're given percentages based on what stage of your business you're in, questions to answer, charts to fill out, amounts to fill out, calculations to work through. And that's what we're working on over the next week or two. We started it today. We're going to work on it again November 20th inside Momentum FBA. All next week is the cash flow jumpstart, where you're going to get individual instructions each day on how to work on this budgeting, expense trackers, operational expenses versus sourcing expenses, all of that, because the goal is to move towards daily sales and a full-time business, and you're not going to be able to do that for the sustainable long term if you don't have your numbers in place and under control. That's intimidating, I know. So we're trying to make it as accessible as possible for you by putting this workbook together, this bonus sessions inside Momentum FBA, because the whole point of it is to help you build those systems and processes so that you're not just reacting. Um, so another question about, sorry, I just lost it. I had it right here. So we had the question about feedback. I feel like I missed one. Oh, I'm surprised. This isn't really a question, but I was going to comment on it. I'm surprised how many sales are non-Prime subscribers or members. Do they not realize this one shipping cost could be their monthly cost? So the interesting thing about that is I've been a Prime member for like 20 years. I don't know. When did Prime start? Whenever it started, that's when I became a Prime member. So it's been a long time since I've seen what it is like to check out as a non-Prime member. But I know, like, just this week I bought something and Amazon told me, here's what it would have cost you for this shipping if you hadn't been a Prime member. So you saved that. And so I would imagine they have to be doing that for non-Prime members as well. And I agree. Every time you make a purchase, it's like 1 or 2 purchases a month, and you're basically paying for your Prime membership, right? On the shipping, plus everything else you get from your Prime membership. So yeah, I don't understand um, why people would not do that. Oh, that's really nice, Jessica. She said, by the way, Rebecca, thank you for all you explained and tried helping us earlier. Surely appreciate all you do. Thank you so much. We really love our membership meetings and the sessions that we have where we get to be live.
Yeah, right before this workshop started, we had an hour-long session for our Momentum FBA students, and Rebecca led that and did an amazing job walking through the budget breakthrough.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, that workbook was part of that session. It's one of the bonuses that you get if you sign up right now for Momentum FBA. But we have 2 live sessions a month and then 2 that are recorded and dropped in the Kajabi library. So yeah, we love the live sessions, getting to do the co-working together. That's kind of what we did today, was a co-working session where we were working through that workbook together. Other times it's a Q&A where, I mean, anytime you can do Q&A, but there's sometimes where we have like a focused Q&A on a particular topic. And yeah, so this is the last call for questions. I'm looking through to see if I've missed any. If you've asked one and I haven't gotten to it yet, you might want to repost it so I see it. Let's see. How do you know if a product is sustainable as a long-term replan?
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we kind of go into a little bit. But overall, there's a tool called Keepa that gives you the pricing history and the sales rank history of almost every single item on Amazon. And there are certain indicators that you can look at and see that, okay, the price stays pretty consistent and the sales velocity stays pretty predictable. And so then I know this item is going to keep its price, not tank in price. There's no 100% guarantee, but you can definitely increase your chances of having a more sustainable price by looking into the past and then predicting what it's going to be like in the future. And the same thing with sales velocity. Obviously, during Q4, sales velocity goes up for almost every item, but we also want to make sure that items are replenished throughout the year. So you can change the date and or keep a graph to kind of see how sales rank, and sales have gone in the past to best predict the future. And we kind of go more into that in Momentum FBA, especially in the Profit Check 5 intensive for our annual members.
Yeah, that was a really good intensive. And we'll be having more of this coming up where you can join live for that because I think that's been one of the most practical ones that we've done.
Yeah.
Everything's practical that we've done, but like that profit check intensive, if you can get the profit check 5 checklist and get to where you can go through that, that's really how you're going to find replays. Joan has a question. She's got her 30-minute call with Stephen today at 1. Will I get a link through my email? I want to make sure I don't miss how to connect.
You should have one in your email right after you signed up for it. So it might be in your spam or it might, but I will see if when this call is over, to send you another link to that. So that, yeah. And I look forward to talking with you today, Joan.
Um, Also, very exciting. Janet is signing up for annual membership, so we're looking forward to seeing her inside there in the annual members. That's very fun. Let's see. Very important question, Stephen. What's today's dad joke on the calendar?
Okay. I
This
have
one's
not
from
vetted
Jessica.
this. I have
This
not
one's
vet.
from Jessica. Oh yeah, this has not been vetted, so it might be a dud.
Yes. This is November 12th joke. Um, I tried out a new blender today. The results were mixed.
Classic dad joke.
Thank you very much. I love my dad joke calendar.
It's the best. It's very punny.
Yes, very punny indeed.
Oh, yeah. She was expecting the Santa hat today, too.
I
It's a little
mean,
early for Santa, I guess. I don't know. Maybe the next one.
yeah, maybe so.
How do you overcome Amazon asking for receipts if you bought from a retail store?
So when it comes to Amazon asking for receipts there or invoices, there's two reasons why they do that. The first one is to prove authenticity that your items was purchased authentically from a, 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 a respectable retail type store. And with that, Amazon will accept a Target receipt, Walmart receipt, anything like that. Now, if it comes to the purpose of Amazon asking for receipts or invoices to get approved to sell something, they do not accept retail receipts when it comes to that. But what they do accept is invoices that are sent to you directly from a wholesale brand. So there's two different reasons why they would ask for receipts. So hopefully either one of those will help bring some clarity to your situation.
Okay. So I think that's all we're seeing here on the questions. So last call as we're getting to the end of it here for this session for any live bonuses that you want to make sure you get the live bonus, sign up fulltimefba.com/annual for that. I know you don't like that. Here's the thing. I don't think we should edit it out. I think we're just going to put on the description live only bonuses are no longer available on the replay. So you
Okay.
don't have to edit it out for the replay. So fulltimefba.com/annual if you want the annual membership. That one also, it's the best deal because you also get a month free out of the year. So you're only paying for 11 months if you do the annual membership.
Yeah,
You get
you're only
all,
paying for 11 months and you're getting a $249 call with me.
right. And all of the other bonuses.
Mhm.
All of the bonuses that go to all members plus the other annual member bonuses. It's all on the checkout page. It's a lot to keep listing out here, but there's a lot of bonuses. We've got a lot of budgeting bonuses right now. We've got the Q4 hotspots and the profit check and all of that. Anyway, fulltimefba.com/momentum takes you to the um, page where you can compare the monthly versus the annual, or if you want to go straight to annual, fulltimefba.com/annual. Can you give us a reliable DVD distributor that Amazon will approve?
No, I can't. Um,
You
uh,
know, sorry, go ahead.
no, I mean, like that is something that I do not have any um knowledge of. And so yeah, can't help you out there.
Yeah, sorry about that. It was just so no, no, I can't. And I'm like, why?
Yep.
All right. Well, what else do you have for us, Stephen? Are
I
we
mean,
ready to wrap it up?
yeah, I think it's time to wrap up day one of our reseller profit roadmap, and be sure you come back tomorrow because we're going to be talking about mastering the sourcing strategies to help grow your Amazon business. We're going to do a little bit of a little dive into Keepa, show you a little bit about Keepa and some thought process that you need to be aware of. And so we're going to, be sure you come back tomorrow for that, and take advantage of all the bonuses. I mean, in a few days, the bonuses are going to be disappearing, both the live bonus right now and the the extra bonuses and the sale price for Momentum FBA. In a few days, the price is going to be going back up, so be sure you take advantage of fulltimefba.com/momentum. Lock in your subscription price, then be able to get access every single month of the year. A new mini course, a co-working session, a monthly focus, and a growth session. Sprints every other month, focusing on a specific skill or mindset or thing that you can accomplish, and grow your Amazon business toward making daily sales. And once you hit daily sales, we're going to start going for multiple days daily sales and grow your Amazon business toward making a full-time income with only part-time hours. We want to help you do it. fulltimefba.com/momentum. Thanks for
Stephen,
hanging
give
out.
me just a minute because I'm doing some stuff in the chat, so I don't want to lose people in the chat. We can end the recording. If you need to step off, that's fine, but I've got stuff going on in the chat that I don't want to lose.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay, so I've been typing things, but I'm just gonna start saying it. So in case people aren't seeing what I'm typing. So Janet, I've got your email. I'm gonna make sure that you get the bonuses, including the live only. So don't worry, we're gonna make sure that you get that. I'll do some troubleshooting to figure out what's going on with Kajabi. Um, let's see, what else do we see? Joan, I'm going to make sure that Stephen emails you that link. She's already looked for her link and can't find it. So we're going to resend that to her. Lisa, we're still in the process of putting everything in. Some of the bonuses are going to be coming with the cash flow jumpstart. So Lisa's already in Momentum FBA asking about the extra bonuses. Some of that's kind of trickling out over the next week. So you're going to be getting check your emails for those too, because members will be getting emails about all of that. I think that's all the questions. Oh, you're welcome, David. I see David says thanks for help. All right, so we're going to follow up on email with Joan and with Janet. Oh, that's good. Jessica's signing up for the OA Success Leads. That's exciting. All right. I think that's it then. Thank you for hanging in there with me with announcements. You have a good one too, Lisa. Have a good one for everybody. We will see you again tomorrow. Don't forget to come back. Day 2 is going to be exciting as well.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. God bless.
Bye.